Hello, y'all, and welcome to Bali. Welcome to Bali, Indonesia, everyone. If you are joining, tap your girl up. I really like to be like dap your girl up, but you get it. You get the joke I did there. I said tap your girl up, like double tap. You feel me? If you like dad jokes, tap me up. Oh man. Oh, but no, y'all. Welcome to Bali, Indonesia. I am at my hotel and yeah, we about to be chatting about travel and living abroad and all of the things. So, welcome. As you are joining, let me know where you are in the world and let me know what time it is where you are. It is 7:56 a.m. here in Bali. But where you at? And what time is it? Keep your girl updated. Thank y'all for the hearts. Welcome. Welcome to Bali, Indonesia. Y'all hear all them bugs out here? Everybody want to stay in the jungle until you figure out what the jungle come with. Let me shut up. Seattle. Okay, Miz, welcome. Detroit, 7:36 p.m. Nashville, Arizona. Okay, we got East Coast and West Coast. North. Wait, nobody's from the East Coast. I'm screaming. Where East Coast at? Where y'all at? Michigan. Okay, Detroit. Tuesday night. Oh, it's Wednesday morning over here. I'm literally living in the future, y'all. Literally living in the future. Pray for Alabama. Oh, okay, sis. We will. Under tornado watch. Lord. Thank you for the roses, Emma. Nashville, Florida. Oh, Nashville. Yeah. Okay. Well, Nashville is technically not the coast. Is Tennessee considered East Coast? Y'all, this is bad. I should know this. Florida, Durham. What up, Durham? Not you from not exactly my hometown, but me and my husband are living abroad. We left from Cary, North Carolina. Welcome to Bali, y'all. Welcome to beautiful Bali, Indonesia. Let me know, Central. So interesting. Let me know where you're joining from and what time it is. It is 2. That is not 2. I was looking at the likes. It is 7:58 a.m. Here in Bali, Indonesia. So let me know what time it is and let me know where y'all are joining from. So my husband and I are living abroad, and instead of staying in one spot, we decided to thank y'all for the hearts. Do you live in Bali? No, that's what I'm getting to now. So we were living abroad, and instead of staying in one spot, we decided that we wanted to move around first, travel to some different places. So hey, I'm from Atlanta. Okay, East Coast. We were in Brazil in February, Massachusetts, North Carolina. Loco, what part of North Carolina? That's where I'm from too. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all so much. We were in Brazil in February, and then we were in Vietnam last month, and then now we are in Bali. But Bali is Jacksonville. Okay, you know what's crazy? Do you know I didn't even know there was a Jacksonville, Florida until I was like 18. And it's so funny because like I grew up in North Carolina, so I only knew about Jacksonville, North Carolina. Maryland, Michigan, what up? So yeah, so now we are in Bali. So Bali is more of like a stopover vacation for us. So we're actually only doing like 5 days in Bali. We leave tomorrow, and then we are going to Thailand, where we will be for probably a minimum of 5 weeks. Kelly Cal, North Carolina, let's get it. Hey y'all, welcome to Bali. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know what time it is. It's 8 a.m. here in Bali. But yeah, so we've been living abroad for, I guess it'll officially be 2 months in like a day. Yeah. I'm scared of snakes. Is that a thing in Bali? I'm sure there are snakes here, but I mean, I haven't seen any. For me with the jungle, it's really more fucking bugs than anything else. That's the part that's been annoying. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. But like I said, it does come with disadvantages. Y'all hear the bugs out here. There'll be like geckos making noises at night. And there's a lizard in our room. And this is actually the third country I've been to where I've slept in the same room as a lizard. The first case was Costa Rica on our honeymoon. The second time was in Egypt, believe it or not, like in the city. I was like, what? And then the third time is here. And so I honestly wasn't even that bothered when I saw the lizard because it was real small. And I was like, you know what? I've slept in a room with a lizard before. So I ain't gonna trip. Y'all, this lizard started making some noises. And then not even like it was making noises. I think it was because it was moving. And like it literally sounded like something was like, I don't like something was like in the room. It was just weird. But it is what it is. There's a lot of really nice things about this place. I mean, obviously these views are absolutely stunning. We have our own plunge pool. We have like the indoor shower. We have an outdoor shower. We have there's so many cool things. But personally, I would not stay here again. So some of you have been asking me, am I going to share the name of the hotel? And I probably will. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I have a hard time giving bad reviews, whether it's like a person or a property. And I don't know if it's because like I'm a business owner and like I know how important that is for business, but at the same time I have to remember like, right, but Bianca, you also kind of have not a duty. That's kind of dramatic, but it's like, why are you not feeling bad from the people all over the world who are coming here, and they would have hated the same things that you hated, and you're not sharing it because you feel bad. I don't know. Do y'all write reviews a lot? Let me know. Are you gonna do the city of Thailand or the coast? Both. We're gonna be all over Thailand, Toby. So we're starting in Bangkok because Bangkok is just like the easiest and like also like the cheapest place to fly into. So we're gonna do Bangkok for maybe like 5 nights, and then we're going to Pattaya, and then I think we're gonna spend most of our time in Phuket. Let me know if y'all have been to Phuket, Thailand. I hear mixed opinions. Like there are a lot of people who are like, don't go there, it's a tourist trap. And then of course there are a lot of people who love Phuket. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care so much about it being a tourist trap right now because after a month in Brazil and a month in Vietnam, I'm just not that pressed about it. I'm okay. Like I'm okay with being around some tourists. Although budget travel tip for y'all: when you live near locals and when you live like a local, that's really really how you get to travel on the low. So we're in the middle. We're in the midst of deciding where we're gonna stay in Thailand. In Bangkok, but we'll be in Bangkok, Phuket. We're gonna see the Phi Phi Islands, some of the Koh Islands, Chiang Mai. We're gonna be all over. Fave place this far. So every time somebody asks me my favorite place, I never know if they mean like since we left the U.S. or like out of every single place that I've traveled to. But I don't know. I have a really hard time saying my favorite place because what I've learned about travel, and one thing that I try to also teach about travel is like every place has its own beauty, its own unique things to offer. Like I have not been places that are comparable. I can't compare Brazil to Vietnam. Definitely can't compare Bali to Vietnam. They're not comparable. So to be honest with you, to be honest with you, I don't really have a favorite. Like each place gave me something different. Now, one thing that I do is I ask myself every country I visit. I always ask myself, could you ever see yourself living here? Which I do think is funny because I don't know why, but I do. So Brazil, I could for sure see myself living there. Vietnam, I could not see myself living there. Oh, Vietnam is such a budget friendly destination, y'all. And I mean, the people are so nice. Some of the best food I've had in my entire life. But just like the air quality there, I just can't. It's not something that I would want to do long term. And also, I'm not a city girl. I'm more of like a beachy, nature girl. So, yeah, there's that. Bali, I could live here. I could see it. I could. Now, it is stupid hot. Now, granted, it's stupid hot in North Carolina, too. Let me be very honest. But there's like, in North Carolina, it's only stupid hot like June, July, August. But, North Carolina has all 4 seasons. So you come somewhere like this and like, it's like stupid hot for like 8-9 months of the year. And I don't know, y'all. Beautiful. Yes, I would have passed out. You know what's funny? The lizard thing. Y'all, one thing about travel, and this is one of the reasons I try to encourage people to travel, is like, you would be surprised at what you will do whenever you are out of your element and out of your comfort zone. Like so many, and I'm guilty, right? Like we all have things that we think we would never do. And then, like I said, you get out of your comfort zone and it's not like you're not who you are anymore. You just realize certain things are not as big of a deal as they are, especially in the United States. The United States very much has a culture of being like the kind of, it's not exactly uppity, that's not even the word I'm trying to use, but it's something along those lines. Like a lot of the countries that I visited, like they're much poorer than the United States. And so, like for example, if you book something in the US and it says luxury, that if you book, it's going to look very different than if you book something in Vietnam or Bali or Egypt and it says luxury, because what's luxury to them is not going to be an American standard. But again, you would be surprised in how many scenarios you wouldn't even care about that, because you would literally just feel a certain level of like peace and tranquility and joy to be outside of your element in another country, enjoying another culture, getting to know beautiful people all over this planet. So there is my thoughts on that you did not ask for. You spending your money, leave that review. I know. I do. And it's funny because I've done a lot of food tours. Maybe not a lot, maybe like 8 in my whole life. That feels like a lot at this point. And like we did a food tour the other day, and it wasn't even that the food was bad. The guy, his energy was weird though. And it was a similar thing. Like I'm reading the reviews and they're all really good. And then I get him and I'm looking at my husband. I'm like, why the fuck do so many people get this man a good review? And it literally, Airbnb is like, I forgot his name. Don't judge me. They're like, name is like waiting on your feedback. And I'm like, Bianca, you need to leave a review, because if somebody comes here and they're expecting this super energetic Balinese man to take them on this amazing food tour, they need to know that that's not what they're going to get. So you're right. I write reviews, good and bad. I definitely should. I mean, at the end of the day, like, and here's, listen, here's the thing. Hey, Marlene, thank you for the gifts. Marlene coming in hot with the gifts. I love it. Thank you, sis. And the thing I have to remember is like, Bianca, whenever it comes to booking, you literally depend on people leaving reviews. So I'm like, it's almost to the point where I'm like, Bianca, you are like low key a hypocrite for not leaving reviews, because you like live and die by reviews. You tell other people when you're giving out travel tips like accommodations, Airbnb, check the reviews, and you ain't even leaving them. Now I do leave reviews for Airbnbs, but hotels I normally don't. But I'm gonna start, y'all. That's my commitment. Hold me accountable, y'all. I'm traveling, I'm staying in all these places, and I feel like writing reviews is going to be like, it's going to become like a part-time job for me. I'm leaving in May to PH, ignoring my mama for a little bit. She is scared for me, but trusting me. What's PH? Is that the Philippines? Y'all, listen. Y'all be coming here with all these acronyms and abbreviations, and I don't even be knowing. If you were just joining, welcome to Bali, Indonesia. Let me know where you're joining from and what time it is. It's 8 a.m. here in Bali. But yeah, like I said, let me know where you are. This is my hotel view right here. Absolutely stunning. Infinity pool over here. Me and my husband got in his pool the other day. Like, oh, it's colder than I wanted it to be. But like it wasn't the kind of cold where like it never warmed up. Like it definitely gets better once you're in it. But beautiful. You say my mama is scared a little bit. She's a parent. So, Summer, I hope I answered your question about my favorite place since I left. Good morning. Are you wearing bug spray? I am in fact wearing bug spray, and I'm wearing mosquito repellent bracelet. So yes, and I have still been eaten alive. My husband, last night we were in like the pool at our place, and he was like, damn, the mosquitoes tagged you. He was like, those motherfuckers connected the dots on your arm. Like, listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The mosquitoes out here are rough. To be honest, the mosquitoes everywhere we've been has been rough. They were rough in Brazil. They were rough in Vietnam, which surprised me, because Vietnam, we were in the city, but they were still rough in Vietnam. So that is 100% something to keep in mind when you're traveling to Bali. The mosquitoes here are rough, but there are some people. Let me know if you're just, listen, I feel like there's 2 types of people in this world. Mosquitoes love you, or they don't bother you that much. Which one are you? Because unfortunately, mosquitoes love me. So, yeah. Where are you at? Jesse, we are in Bali. So much pollen now. Is there pollen back in the States right now? Oh, I'm so happy to be missing that. Oh my God. I actually have a lot of seasonal. I have really bad tree allergy, so I cannot lie. Your girl is very happy to be missing the pollen. Entitled. Yeah, Toby, it's true. I mean, you truly do not realize how materialistic and entitled we are. I mean, y'all, I'm humble when I say that, like being from the States, like there's literally things here that I've caught myself saying, and I'll be like, wow, Bianca, Wow, Bianca, how American of you. And at the end of the day, like, that's the culture that we were raised in. Like, it's not something I am living through you. It's not something that you need to be. I don't even it's not something where it's like you need to be shaming yourself for it, but honestly, like, awareness is everything, right? So there are things where I go to complain or I'm like, damn, I missed this, and then I recognize that, well, Bianca, you can always take your ass back to the United States where you had all those things. You had the big house, you had the garage and the car and the space, and the just like everything that was nice. I'm like, you had all the things, but you were miserable. I really want to be careful cleaning this pool. Like, sir, I am uncomfortable with you being that close to the edge. That's beautiful. American. Y'all, if y'all been in my lives, y'all know that I'm always behind on the comments. American expectations of luxury is gaudy and excess. I'm telling you, like, hello from Vegas. Hello, West Coast. I depend on the reviews as well when I book Airbnb. Yes. I love Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. Hey, Rhonda. Brooklyn, what up? Bali. Yes. Mosquitoes love this sweet chocolate. I'm screaming. Are mosquitoes bad in Bali? Yes, they are. Especially if you have the blood. And I don't even know if it's the blood type. Is it because I'm a dessert girly? Is it because I eat a lot of sugar? Like, what is it? Hello from Texas. What up, Texas? If you're just joining, keep telling me where you're joining from and what time it is. It's 8:12 a.m. here in Bali, Indonesia. I am out here outside of I was not expecting my face to look this humid, y'all. Oh my God. Yo, that's insane. Yes, there are a lot of mosquitoes here, and it is hot and humid here, y'all. I ain't gonna throw y'all no shade. Like, and Bali is stunning. Like, oh my God, me and my husband did this ATV tour yesterday, like in the mud. I ain't never done no shit like that, y'all. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I've ridden ATVs before, but this place, yo, that shit was scary. But wait, what was my point? Why was I bringing that up about the ATVs? Oh my God, y'all, if I had $1 for every time I lost my train of thought, like, that's so bad. Oh yes, I remember. So like the guy kept like stopping for us to take photos and literally like moisturized melanin. You ain't never lied. Literally, like it didn't matter where we were, like where we stopped to take photos, like you always have a fucking background here. Like it is like it's just so beautiful. Like, this is not just this hotel, y'all. This jungle was here. They popped this hotel here. Like Bali is just stunning. What's the cost of living in Bali? Super cheap if you are living on US dollar. Me and my husband got a massage the other day for $14, and that was pricey for a Balinese massage. $14 was pricey for a 1 hour Balinese massage, and the reason it was that much was because they actually came to our room. Like they came to our hotel. We didn't even go anywhere. So like we paid a convenience fee and it was $14. Y'all, that shit, just rub it in. I'm screaming. Y'all, that massage was so good. I booked another one for today. So we and my husband are getting another massage today. And I've talked in the past about how the thing about the United States is like so many things. Thank God for the hearts. Please keep them coming. So many things end up becoming normalized. And so we end up thinking, I feel like I'm so shiny. And this is like the worst shirt. It's not even cotton. This fucking fancy mesh shit I got from Rainbow. That's a little bit better. Okay. I don't feel like hella greasy now. But I tell people like it's so easy. Are you visiting there or did you move there? J Sweet, we're on vacation. Me and my husband are living abroad and we're moving around from country to country, and like we're currently in Bali, but we leave tomorrow for Thailand. So yeah, so like in America, it's just really anywhere, right? Like you get used to what you're used to. That's just, and this is literally why travel is so important, y'all, because if you don't get out of your comfort zone and do something different and go somewhere different and see something different, then you will always do the same shit. Like, you'll always have the same perspective. And, in the US, things like massages, things like cooks, things like drivers, things like drivers, or, nannies, getting your laundry done, like having your house clean. Like we're like in the United States, those things are considered to be luxuries. And there's so many people in so many countries who do those things as part of like their everyday budget. Now, not everybody, of course, but there are so many places, like there are so many countries where having help like with childcare and, you know, like I said, having a driver, like it's affordable. I got my hair braided in Vietnam for $40, y'all, by this Nigerian woman. And like she has like a live-in nanny. And it's like, and she's not like rich. Like it's just affordable. So that's the other thing about the United States is like you have to recognize that like living in a country where, especially right now, thank y'all for the likes, living in a country where, especially right now, where like it's just most people, it's not even affordable for like if you have one job. It might not be affordable if you have two jobs. Like like I said, if you are making US money, like there's so much opportunity for you to be able to stretch your dollar by leaving the United States. Favorite country you have visited so far? So my favorite country, so I kind of talked about this earlier. I don't really have a favorite because they're not comparable. But one thing that I do instead of favorites is I always ask myself the question, could I live here? Whenever I visit a country, and this is my 23rd country. And so between Brazil, Bali, and Vietnam, which are the three countries that I've been in pretty much like, you know, since we've been abroad, are I could live in Brazil and I could live in Bali. I could not live in Vietnam, even though I loved Vietnam. We had a great time there. So I don't really have a favorite. You know, every country kind of has its own gift to me, I should say. It's not affordable to live in the U.S. We live in Vegas and the prices are going up. Oh, I can only imagine out there on the West Coast. I have a friend in California and like, I mean, y'all, I almost like shit myself when she tells me like what she pays like in rent and like what like and childcare is expensive everywhere. Y'all, I don't even have kids, and it's part of the reason I don't have kids. I'm like, how the fuck are y'all affording children? Like, how y'all doing that? How y'all doing that? Because you looking at somebody who like, I'm not having no motherfucking kids until I know that like I'm not doing that shit by myself, and I wouldn't be doing it by myself because obviously like I mean I'm married, so I don't. But I ain't talking about my husband. I'm talking about outside help. And who is going to be paying thousands of dollars a month for childcare? Like y'all, even I mean, and I feel like for me because I'm very much like abundance mindset whenever it comes to like having a good money mindset. Like I believe that we can always make more money. We cannot make more time. I believe that money, whatever money I spend, is going to come back to me tenfold. Like I have an abundance mindset. At the same time, I don't want to pay $6 for mayonnaise. I don't want to pay $6 for Doritos. Like fast food is like, I mean, why the hell am I at Wendy's and it's $12 for my order? I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? You're Wendy's. What are you doing? So, and that's really one of the main reasons why my husband and I decided to leave the U.S. Because like a lot of people do ask, and that's something that time is the most precious gift you can have. Money will come and go, but time won't. Yeah, and once I had that realization, a few years ago, like I started living my life very differently. Like I stopped living my life like I just had all the time in the world. And the thing about getting older, and this isn't for everybody. Some people unfortunately experience this a lot sooner in their life. But like I'm 31, and I feel like between the ages of like 26 and like 30 it's just such an interesting age because you really start seeing things that you've never dealt with before. Like y'all, I was somebody who like, I mean, I wasn't stupid. Of course people died, but like I hadn't had anybody close to me in my life die. And I hadn't really, and also like people my age, I hadn't really been around people my age who were dying. So it's like getting older and then seeing motherfuckers being here today and gone tomorrow. Like y'all, there's a dude who I used to be friends with. Me and my sister used to play spades with him all the time. Like he was just like a cool dude. There was never anything like, it was never like a relationship. It was never anything more than friendship. But we've been cool with them for years. Him and another guy. And then like he got in a car accident and was going. He had just gotten married. And at this point in time, like I was engaged. I literally was in my garage like crying because I was like, if somebody had to call me and told me that something had happened to my now husband, I mean, y'all, tomorrow is not promised, and I'm not trying to make this live depressing. I fucking need to turn this around because I'm really not trying to. My goal here was not to make anybody sad, but I'm just saying, like, we really don't know how much time we have. And if you start talking to people, you know, who are older, you know, you start to see people do not regret the things they did in life. People regret the things that they didn't do. Like, nobody gets to the end of their life and they're like, oh, I'm so glad I worked so hard. I'm so glad I paid all those bills. I'm so glad I was a No. Like, people regret the stuff that they didn't do. They regret not seeing the world. They regret not stepping out on faith. They regret not getting out of their comfort zone. And when that really started hitting me, like I said, as I started getting older and I started seeing people around me, like, I'm not saying dropping like flies because that's a little bit dramatic, but I also started seeing just how quickly time moves. Like, I lost my best friend 2 years ago. That's why I'm going to travel. Oh, Rhonda. Ooh, it's, y'all, weird. Like, time is our hottest commodity. It's not money. It's not. Y'all, I was making six figures in the States and I was still living check to check. And like, and now, I'm like in these amazing places, like in Vietnam. Our place was like $800, a little bit less than $800 for like the full month of March. The hotel that we're in right now was like $50 a night. And y'all, that's kind of expensive for Bali, to be honest with you. Like, we could have stayed somewhere. We could have stayed somewhere less expensive for sure. But when you are stressed about money all the time, like, you're literally taking years off of your life. And y'all, I've seen it. Like, I watched it with my parents, and my parents did the best they could. I have no shade against them, but my parents were always in survival mode. And I think, if you grow up black like I did, there's a good chance your parents were always in survival mode as well. And you really just have to decide, like, are you going to do something different, or are you going to live the same life? And that's me, kid, stress and survival mode. Yeah, like, it's not life. Like, I feel like in the US they kind of normalize surviving instead of thriving. And then, like I said, you have to remind yourself, like, no, actually, I am a powerful creator and I can create the life that I want. I tell people all the time, there's nothing that you see me doing that was not intentional. Like, this is the life that I created. I've been so intentional about this life for years now. It did not just happen overnight. I grew up black and broke, not knowing shit about travel. And then now this is my 23rd country and I'm living abroad with my husband. Thank y'all for the hearts. So I don't even know how we got there. I feel like I am normally so like live and bubbly on these lives, and this is like the most depressing life that I've done. I'm really not trying to make y'all sad. I'm really just trying to impress on y'all the importance of living your life now, because like nobody's gonna do it for you, and time is not waiting for you. Like, you're gonna wake up in a week, in a month, in a year, and unless you start doing something different right now, your life is gonna look exactly how it is. And if you're fine with that, that's perfectly fine. But if you're not fine with that, then do something about it. What is the best meal you've had in the last week? What's today? Thursday? Wednesday? Where was I last week? A week ago, I was in Vietnam. It was probably in Vietnam. It wasn't in Bali. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Vietnam, that food is like, y'all, Vietnamese food is untouched. Like, I don't, like, oh, Jesus. Listen to me. Listen to me about to hyperventilate just thinking about it. I'm saying I wouldn't live in Vietnam, and I'm like, would you not for that food, though? The best meal I've had in the last week. I have a really hard time with questions like favorites and best. Like, I don't know. I don't even have a favorite color. Like, my brain just it doesn't box that way. But I will say one of the best meals I had was, it was a Thai place in Vietnam. It was like a hot pot. So like, that's a big thing in Vietnam, like these hot pots where you can literally go and they put a big ass pot in front of you and it's boiling and you put the food in there and like you cook it. So, and we got the seafood one. We had like shrimp. That's that chicken. There was also chicken and beef, but it was like shrimp, mussels, squid, vegetables. Like, it was so good. It was delicious. And also pho, like I know in the U.S. a lot of people pronounce it as pho, but it's pronounced pho. We ate pho almost every day for breakfast in Vietnam, and oh my God, less than $2 and just so delicious. I actually would kill for some pho right now. Y'all not coming back to America. We're very up in the air. We're not making any decisions right now. So the original plan, we were actually supposed to be living in Florida right now, believe it or not. The original plan was to move to Florida for 2 years and then go back to North Carolina. And then we were like, why the fuck would we go to Florida? We started looking at the prices and we were like, Also, there's obviously a lot of political stuff happening in Florida right now. In general, I'm not really the type of person to let politics kind of dictate my life. But But yeah, it was mostly like we looked at the price and we were like, why would we pay this much when we could just leave this country? And thank God we did, because I don't even want to be in the U.S. during election year. So super excited about that. But as of right now, we are not sure if we are coming back or not. We have definitely had conversations where we were like, can you see, like we were just like, oh, can you see us going back? Let me show y'all Bali again, because I feel like some of y'all just joined and you deserve this view. But we have had some conversations in terms of like, oh, like, can you see us going back to the U.S. or do you miss the U.S.? And we're both kind of like, yeah. I mean, obviously, we have so many people that we love in the U.S. No matter where you are in the world, y'all, it always comes down to like the relationships, and like the people you meet. Like, I truly believe that. And like, obviously, because we were living in the States for so long, we have so many incredible people there. So we do have people there that we miss. But like, other than that, other than the people and Amazon.com, I'm not really missing the US right now. And like, and this is like an honest conversation that we had. Like, we were like, hold on, before I get too deep, just live in the moment, less the message. I'm African based. Hey, your name is Amel. That's funny. My husband's name is Amel. He's African. Based in the US, my family doesn't want me to travel. I'm 31. I mean, but your family ain't you though. So you got to do what you want to do. Is the food fattening out there? No. They have fat. They have fat just like everybody else, but more importantly, they're not processed and it's not full of preservatives. I love Bali. Yes. Amazing. I just got back from Jamaica. I love this for y'all. I love hearing about where y'all been at and the places that y'all like. But anyway, y'all living life like a vacation every day. You know what's so funny? Raw vibes. I actually have a video that I recorded this morning that I'm going to post about that. And I'm going to be very honest with y'all. That has been a challenge. So there are a lot of people who, whenever they move abroad, they go to one location. And whenever you do that, it's a lot easier to get into a routine. Because me and my husband are moving around, it's very challenging to, bye Marlene. It's very challenging to, it's hard to get into a routine when you're constantly moving from country to country. And it's hard as far as like, time management and like those types of things, like in terms of like work. But on the other hand, I am fortunate that I don't work for anybody. Like, I work for myself. I have my own business. I have 10 income streams, which I'm very humbly proud to say, because it did not start there. It started with one. That was a job, and I put in the work to get to where I am today. So it's not like the end of the world if I you know what I mean? Like, I don't need an 8-hour workday. Like, I don't need to sit down and work 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Like, I don't need to do that because of how I set my business up. I make passive income every single day. Like, if I don't do any work for the next month, 2 months, like, I'm still gonna make passive money every single day because I set up my life that way. But at the same time, there are still things that I need to get done, and it has been challenging. Like, I have so much content that I need to upload, and it's also been challenging because back in the States, my husband was gone all day. Like, he was literally gone from the house like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., which means that like I had so much alone time. Y'all, I already wiped my face off, and here it is again. This is Bali humidity out here. But yeah, so I was used to having a lot of alone time, and now because like we're traveling together, and he's not going to a physical job, like we're together like all the time, which is, it's not a bad thing in terms of like us being together. Like, we love being together, but it's just challenging because I'm just not as productive whenever I'm around him. Like, my husband is home, I don't really want to be working. I want to be like all up on my husband. So like, I think that has been another thing just in terms of like the discipline of that. And in Vietnam, we had a 2-bedroom apartment, which was really nice because like I could be like, okay, I'm going in the other bedroom, I'm going to get some work done. But whenever we're in like a hotel room, like we are here in Bali, I mean, I'm out here right now, working. So my husband is still asleep. And he probably will be for like the next hour and a half. So, that is like the nice thing. It's like he's more of a night out and I'm more of an early bird. So I do try to take advantage, but yeah. But anyway, going back to the other question, about if we're going to come back to the United States or not. Yeah. So we have had conversations and we both are just kind of feeling like, as of right now, it's really hard to see ourselves going back to that life because we think about like what we have here and what we feel here. And when I say here, I mean When I say here, I mean like outside of the US, because we talked about this in Brazil and in Vietnam. But we think about like what we feel in terms of like our mental health and like just community and a sense of culture and a sense of like being around people who are not so individualistic like they are in the US, like we are in the United States. So we really asked ourselves one day, we were like, how could we create something like this for ourselves in the US? And to be honest with you, like we couldn't really come up with an answer, because the answer that we came up with was like it would take years, probably decades. It would take so much time. It would take so much effort. It would take so much energy. And it would probably suck the life out of us if we were to try to put in the effort to create the type of like energy and community that we have whenever we are abroad, when we could just move abroad and then it's already there, if that makes sense. Like if we were to try to go to the US and not get caught up in the culture of hustle, 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 who has the biggest, oh, let me not say that, for TikTok ban me, who has the biggest car, who has the biggest house, all the materialistic stuff. What do you do? Success, success, success. Staring at the screens all day long. Oh, I got a 50-inch TV. That's not big enough. I need a 70-inch TV. Like, to go back home and to, hey, Joette, to go back home and not get caught up in that. And then on top of that, to go back home and have to go back to paying those US prices. Like, at this point, we can't see it. Like, we do not see it. And, we do recognize like how fortunate we are to be able to make United States money, outside of the United States. Like, we recognize that. We're grateful every single day. And like I said, we're really just taking it country by country. We have not made any decisions. Hello, y'all. If you are just now joining, welcome to Bali, Indonesia. This is I'm at my hotel. This is the view. Absolutely stunning. My husband and I are living abroad this year. We started in Brazil, then we went to Vietnam. We're taking a little vacay in Bali, and then we are going to Thailand for a few weeks. So let me know what time it is where you are and where you're joining from. It's 8:30 in the morning here in Bali. How did you get that long-term visa? I don't have a long-term visa because we're not here long-term. Where do you live? You were in the United States. Serenity, we're from North Carolina. Ubud is so peaceful. That's exactly where we are. Well, funny thing, that's where I thought we were. Technically, we're somewhere that starts with a G. That's like right outside of Ubud. But it's like, Ubud is like not even like a 10-minute drive up the road. But I'm doing all this talking and I don't mind. But like, I want to know, like I'm here for y'all. So I want to know, what travel questions do you have? What do you want to know about travel? What do you want to know about living abroad? I'm an open book, and I get on live to hear y'all questions, so I can be a resource for y'all. Like, I get on here to show y'all that there's nothing that I'm doing that y'all cannot do. So drop me whatever questions y'all have, because I want to know. Yes, Thailand. Miss Smith, we're so excited for Thailand. I cannot even tell you. You must have a lot of Marriott points. I don't. I have no Marriott points, and I've never stayed at the... No, it's not true. I have stayed at a Marriott in my life, but I'm not staying at a Marriott. I haven't stayed at a Marriott since we left the U.S. We mostly stay in Airbnbs. We're in Thailand, went a few years ago and loved it. Oh, we're in Thailand. We're starting in Bangkok, and then I think we're going to go to Pattaya, I don't know how you say it, Phuket, one of the Ko Islands. There's a place that I'm missing right now. There's multiple places in Thailand that we want to see. I wish that we could stay there for like 3 months, because number one, I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, this is a good problem to have, right? Like, oh yeah, there's so many countries I'm seeing, but like, y'all, it's a lot of fucking work. Like, we're going to Thailand tomorrow and we just booked our flight yesterday. Like booking travel has become a part-time job. So like, the thought of staying somewhere for a few months actually sounds really, really nice right now. But we're actually meeting some friends in Japan in May. So we'll be in Thailand for at least 5 weeks. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm working on these streams of income. Working from home, want to be a mama. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. Have you ever been to Ghana? I have not been to Ghana. But I am planning to go in December for Afro Nation. We're actually doing Africa at the end of the year. The funny thing is, we were supposed to do Africa now. We were gonna do Africa now, and then we were going, Africa like April through like August, and then we were going to do Asia at the end of the year, but it ended up getting flipped. So I have not been to Ghana yet, but I would absolutely love to go. Welcome, if y'all are just now joining. Welcome to Bali, Indonesia. Let me know what time it is where you are. It is 8:30 here in Bali, 8:30 a.m. I should say. And y'all keep asking me your travel questions. What else do y'all want to know about travel? What else do y'all want to know about living abroad? I want to be like, what else do you want to know about Asia? But I don't really feel like I can answer. You can ask me questions about Asia, but my first time in Asia was a month ago, and I'm in no way, shape, or form like an Asia expert, but I will tell you that so far we love it. And believe it or not, 8:30 p.m. Miss Smith, where are you joining in from? Where's the 8:30 p.m.? Hey y'all, let me know where you are coming in from. So, what's I about to say about Asia? Oh, don't want to leave this beautiful pool. What the hell was I saying about Asia? Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that like there has not been as much culture shock as I expected. Funny enough, how do you get affordable flights, Miss Smith? That's a great question. So, my biggest tip for getting affordable flights, y'all, look at this man. If he don't stop walking on these edges, like what is he, sir? Y'all, that is the whole jungle. Like I need y'all to understand that where that ledge where that man was just standing, y'all, this is what's down here. This, like that's where he was standing, and then this is what's under. Sir, nah. Look at me trying to tell him what to do. He been living here. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, how do you get affordable flights? So did she just leave her daughter down here? Y'all see this little girl? Hold on. Y'all, the mama just went upstairs and left her down here. Oh, she back. Okay, let me stop trying to cover her credibility. Anyway, I think she's just waiting the little girl out. She's just trying to be like, you can come up here. Okay, affordable flights. My number one tip for affordable flights is it's kind of like a three-part thing. The biggest tip I have for affordable flights is to like stay ready. Stay ready for great flight deals because amazing flight deals happen. Okay, Ohio. Hey, Florida. Hey, Georgia. Hey, Michigan. I just had a friend go to Bali. Okay, Rodney. We love to hear it. Amazing flight deals come up all the time. But the problem is they come and they go. Like, thank you for the likes. Thank y'all for sharing this live. Not this little girl down here crying, messing up my live. I'm just playing. This is the beauty of live, y'all. You get what you get, right? But yeah, like really, really good flight deals come and go. So what I recommend people do is, first of all, have a bank account specifically for travel. People say they want to travel, they ain't even got a passport. People say they want to travel, they don't even have, they're not, saving money or anything. Like, and I'm not saying that with judgment because that was me, but this is what I'm telling y'all. The 2 reasons that you want to have a bank account specifically for travel. Number 1 is mindset. If you're serious about travel, prove it to yourself. If you, and I'm talking about especially if you want travel to become part of your everyday lifestyle, you want travel to become part of your identity. Are you an Aquarius? I am not. I am a Libra. Libra gang. That was such a random question. But yeah, so if you, that completely threw off my train of thought. Now I'm overthinking about astrology. Yeah, have a bank account for travel. Because that is literally going to be you showing yourself that travel is a priority. Like, so many people out here are talking about they can't afford to travel. And I'm like, well, what can you afford? What are you paying for right now? Because you already have certain priorities in your life. Whether that is going out to eat, whether that is buying weed, whether that is Netflix, you already have certain priorities. It's just not travel. Hey, May. It's just not travel. So, I always recommend people to have a bank account specifically for travel. And like I said, the first reason is like I was just saying, because of the mindset, good sign, because of the mindset piece. Like, show yourself that you're serious. Like, don't just be out here looking at everybody on social media traveling and then not doing anything about it. Like, if you're serious about travel, if you don't have a passport, first things first, go apply for your motherfucking passport. And then second thing, that's first thing, honestly, is the passport. Like, don't even start the bank account. Get your passport. because that can be a process depending on like, where you are. But then the second thing, as far as like having the travel bank account, I'm just trying to understand like what they're actually doing right now. Like, so here's a little girl. You see the mom up there just sitting. Like she's just like, she's like, I'm gonna just sit here and just let you cry. I'm not even gonna play. I feel like I would be that type of mom. I'm like you're not. I'm looking at my child like, you're not gonna stress me out. You want to cry? I want to cry too. Let's just sit down and cry for a minute. Anyway, and she not crying, by the way. I look at her face. She. There is not one tear. There ain't no tears over there. She is literally just over there making noises. Ah, children. Anyway, the other thing with a bank account is when you were asking me like the way to get the affordable flights, and I said stay ready, so you ain't got to be ready. If you have a bank account for travel, you are more likely to be ready whenever a good flight deal hits. So if you see a really good flight deal and you miss it, you missed it. Don't you want about 3 or 4? I'm screaming, child. I am team continents over kids right now. Okay. We have no kids, we have no pets, we have no mortgage, and that is very, very on purpose. And there are people who travel with children. Oh my God, oh my God, there was the cutest little girl on the plane to Bali here with us. So, and I mean, so right now, it's a no for me. It's a no for me, but that's just me. But yeah, like, I use an app called Opportune. It's OPORTUN. It's in my bio. I have a referral in there where you can get a $5 sign up bonus, which basically makes like your first month free. And like, yeah, it's free. It's like free the first month, and then continue to enjoy your life. Thank you. And then it's $5 a month, which is like, to me, like nothing compared to like what a lot of these banks are charging. And the best part about Opportune is they save money for you automatically. So you don't even got to think about it, y'all. You sign up and you connect your bank account, and it literally saves money for you on autopilot. Like, and as somebody who is very, very much willing to say that there's been a lot of years I struggled with saving money, like Opportune was a game changer for me. Opportune, I literally use Opportune as like my manifestation bank account, y'all. Because like, so you set up these like little goals in there, and literally my goals are like, I am a world traveler. I spoil my mom. I spoil my man. Like, I set up this account to make sure that I am prioritizing the most important things in my life. So those are my tips on how to get affordable flights. What else y'all got? What other travel questions do y'all have for me? If you are just joining, welcome. We are in Bali, Indonesia. I'm at my hotel, out here chatting it up with y'all. Let me know where you are in the world and what time it is. It is 8:43 a.m. here in Bali. But where you at? And what time is it? Not all these emails coming through like this. And what other travel questions do you have? Ask me anything about travel, anything about living abroad, anything about, certain countries that I will answer as long as I can. We were in Brazil in February. My husband and I are living abroad. We were in Brazil. Well, we're not in one spot right now. Like, we're living abroad, but we're moving around. Thank y'all for the hearts. But I am so enjoying this live. Jay Sweet, I'm so happy to hear that. But we were in Brazil in February. We were in Vietnam in March. And we're now in Bali for a few days. And then we are going to, I almost said Target. Sweet Jesus. We're going to Thailand. Oh, man. Los Angeles. Okay, West Coast in the house. I've been so anxious since I got my passport. Why are you anxious? What you anxious about? How are you and your family liking? How are you and your family liking you guys living abroad? So it's me and my husband, and like, we're absolutely loving it. Like, I mean, like any situation, y'all, it's not perfect. And I actually did a video where I talked about some of the challenges that we've been having, like me getting sick 3 times in 6 weeks. Like, that was so fucking annoying. What else? I talked about it earlier, like the productivity piece as far as like work-life balance and not having FOMO. Because we're moving around to different countries, it's really hard not to have FOMO. People who move abroad and they're like, I'm going to go live in Spain, and they're living in one spot, it's a lot easier to have the mindset of like, I don't need to be doing all this stuff all the time because I'm here long term. But whenever you're staying somewhere for only 4 weeks, and y'all, 4 weeks is long and short. Like, 4 weeks goes by fast, I'm telling you. There is a lot of FOMO in terms of like, oh my God, we're only here for this long. We're probably not going to come back here. We need to do this, we need to do that. So that's been a challenge. That's been a challenge as well. But overall, like, we absolutely love it. Like, the food, I mean, like, I don't even get bloated anymore. Like I used to be bloated all the time. Does anybody else know what I mean? Whenever I say whenever you in the U.S., oh my God, whenever you're in, that got country real quick. Like in the United States, you take like 3, 4 bites into a food, and you feel like that full stuffed feeling, but you just keep eating because you can't waste your food. You gotta clean your plate. Thank you for the roses, J Sweet. Y'all know what I'm talking about? My husband's talking about where you at. Hold on. All right, I'm surprised he up, y'all. I thought he was gonna be asleep because he was up till like almost 3. I thought he was gonna be sleeping till at least 10 o'clock. But the way these curtains set up around here, and I don't know, it's just kind of loud here. This is definitely not the kind of hotel where you're gonna just be laying around all day relaxed. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, and this hotel is beautiful. I would not stay here again. I mentioned this earlier. The jungle is beautiful, but like, it's too many fucking bugs out here for me. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. It's too many bugs. And we stayed in the jungle in Costa Rica, and it was not like this. Like there were like ants and stuff, but it was always outside. Versus here, where it's like too many ants have made their way in our room, and not even like. And not even like in a straight line or anything. They're not like all congregated together or anything, but it's just like they're just there, and I'm just like, But anyway, we are loving being abroad. It has its ups and downs. I'll be talking more about that as well on my page. So make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already. But yeah, have you been to France? Yes, I went. I spent 2 days in Paris I'm saying last, in September. September of last year. So like, that's so crazy. That was 6 months ago. Y'all, time be timing. I be telling y'all, time ain't waiting on nobody. You want to travel, you better travel. But yes, I have been to France. Did not expect to like Paris as much as I did. Paris was so dope. Like 2 days was no. I'm going back and I'm going for at least like 3 weeks. Like Paris is so dope, especially if you get out of the touristy areas. Like it's a vibe. Okay, Wisconsin. What is WIY? I don't know what that is, y'all. I'm sorry. But keep telling me where y'all at in the world. 8:47 a.m. here in Bali. Processed foods. Yeah, exactly. I'm tired of eating the same foods. Yeah, like yeah, and then like in the U.S., like you try to eat healthy, and it's almost just not affordable, y'all. Like in the United States to eat healthy, like it's crazy. Like I feel like in the U.S. you need to be fucking rich to eat healthy. Like you have to pay twice the amount if you want eggs that are pasture raised or like cage free. If you want grass fed meats, if you want organic. Like I mean, it's just the U.S. wants to keep people fat and stupid, and that's just my thoughts on the matter. So yeah. Okay, Wisconsin. Keep letting me know where y'all at. It's like putting a puzzle together to figure out what to eat. Yeah, I know. I feel like I wish somebody would have told me whenever I was younger that like asking that me being like, what am I going to eat was going to end up being the bane of my fucking existence. But yeah, let me know what other travel questions y'all have. Like I said, I'm here for y'all. Like I started this page because I was like, oh, I decided to talk about travel. I just want to be like travel inspo, and then y'all got me. Y'all got me because y'all started asking me so many travel questions, and then I started seeing how many people want to travel, and how many people, more importantly, how many people want to travel and don't travel. And so, okay, New York, and that's when I really started talking more about like that's when I really started sharing more like budget travel stuff. I talk about budget travel a lot because so many people feel like they cannot afford to travel, which is like bullshit. Like yes you can. Like travel does not have to be expensive, like in any way, shape, or form, especially if you know how to find good flight deals, if you know how to finesse whenever it comes to like Airbnb, if you know how to pick like good travel destinations. There's so many ways to budget travel. And I do have a budget travel masterclass. It's in my bio. And it shows you how to book your entire trip for less than $1,000. And I'm talking total, y'all, for everything. I have done it multiple times, and there's absolutely there's so many ways, y'all. Like there's so many travel hacks out there, and I do have budget travel tips on my page as well. But if you don't want to have to go scroll and you want everything in one place, then get my budget travel masterclass. It's only $14, and it's going to save you thousands of dollars on travel for the rest of your life, and it's going to prove to you that travel does not have to be expensive. How to start solo traveling from the USA. So, Jesse, I've talked about this on live before, but like I don't talk a lot about solo travel because I don't solo travel anymore. I used to solo travel But solo travel for me was most of the time it was like I was either going to like a conference or it was like I would travel somewhere and then like eventually I would meet somebody else there. Like I haven't done like a solo trip, not abroad anyway. Domestically I have, but I haven't done like a solo trip out of the country where I was completely by myself the entire time. So that's why I don't really talk about solo travel. But I know there are a lot of solo travel creators on here. So I honestly would like refer you to them. But what I would say in terms of like how to start, it's not any different than traveling anywhere else. Like if you have never traveled before, I have a free guide in my bio, y'all. Like if you've never traveled abroad and you feel like you don't know where to start, go grab it. Whether you're traveling by yourself, with your man, with family, it doesn't matter. Like the steps are the same. Like they're the steps are literally the same. Like there might be some other things that you do. There might be like a few things that you do differently if you are traveling by yourself, but like the steps are essentially the same. When are you traveling back to the US? So we are planning on going back to the US this summer. So after Thailand, we go to Japan. We don't have any plans for after Japan, but we also know that we do want to go to the Maldives. So I don't know if we'll go to the Maldives from Thailand or from Japan, but the plan the plan. Traveling abroad is addictive. I'm teleporting muse now. Travel is addictive. And it's not because it's like the sexiest thing in the world. There's a lot of really annoying things about travel, but it's because of the way travel makes us feel, y'all. That's why that's why people get addicted, because you feel more free, you feel more alive when you travel. That's literally why I'm on here encouraging people to travel, and I'm telling you that it is possible. Like I said, if you think you can afford it, get my budget travel masterclass. Oh yeah, but anyways, when are we going back to the US? So as of right now, the plan is to spend the summer in Latin America. So we're going to go back on the western side of the world. So we can't. Well, first of all, because I love Latin America, it's like my favorite place. I've been to 23 countries. I think at least 10 of them have been in Latin America, and there's still other places I want to go there. So we're planning on going over there so we can be closer to the States, because we do want to go home and see our parents. So either June or July is when we will go back to the States to visit. And we'll probably stay we'll stay at least a week. I'll say, yeah, and we're gonna stay at least a week. So June or July. It's crazy. It really is crazy how much time is flying already. Peru is everything. Peru has the best food in the world. Like, anybody can fight me. Best food in the motherfucking world. Peru. Oh my gosh. Chef's kiss. I think this chapstick I put on got some color to it, because my lips are not this pink. Have you found that it's hard to be in the moment? I feel like I'm home everywhere I am. Yes, and it's not even yes and no. Yes, but the other thing is it's challenging for me to be in the moment even whenever I'm in the United States. Like I am an overachiever. I should stop calling myself that, but I am, which means that I am the type of person where like I'm constantly thinking about what's next. And there's a lot of that has its advantages and disadvantages, right? Like, I'm very ambitious. It also means that I do what I want, I get what I want. Like that's the life that I live. Like I go after what I want. Like I figure it out, I make it happen, which is great. But it does also mean that sometimes it is challenging for me to live in the moment, because I am constantly thinking about what's next. I am constantly thinking about what I'm not doing or what I didn't get done. So do I have trouble living in the moment? Yes. But that's not necessarily tied to travel. Where it is tied to travel is, and I talked about this earlier, because we are living abroad, but we're moving around and we're not staying in one spot. That does also make it harder to live in the moment, because you do have to constantly be thinking about where we're going next. Do we have our flight booked? And if you want to be flexible, right? I mean, like I said, y'all, advantages and disadvantages to everything, right? In theory, we could go ahead and have all of our Thailand flights booked, our flight to Japan. Like, we could do that, but like, we want to be able to be flexible. We want to be able to say like, oh, actually, we like it here, we're going to stay a little bit longer. Or, you know what, this was really great, but we're ready to go. Like, oh, I thought we were going to go to this country, but flights to this country are so cheap, so let's go here instead. Like, we want to have that flexibility, but that also means that, like I said, in the back of my mind, it's always like, what is the next thing? Like, we go to Thailand tomorrow. We just booked our flight yesterday, y'all. We don't even have a hotel yet. Like, I actually need to we narrowed down some Airbnbs last night, but like we need to actually sit down and pick like today, like within the next couple of hours. So like this is my last day in Bali, but like I kind of am already mentally in Thailand. And then when we get to Thailand, we're in Bangkok. I'm gonna have to think about, okay, well, where are we go? Are we gonna go to Pattaya next? Where are we gonna stay next? So it is hard for me to live in the moment, but I'm working on it. Also, I have kind of like a type A personality, and I got a lot of Capricorn in my chart. My moon sign and my rising sign are both Capricorn. So like I can be very like type A, very like organized. Like I'm more of a planner type. I'm not really a go with the flow type of person. I'm go with the flow more. I am go with the flow more when I'm traveling, but in general, that's not my personality type. So and there are some people who, because I've talked to some people who are, they're similar to me in terms of like they're moving around, but it literally does not bother them at all to be like, oh yeah, we're flying somewhere tomorrow, but we don't even know where yet. Like they're more relaxed about that. I'm not. Let me know if that answers your question. Do you work? J Sweet. I'm an entrepreneur, so I make money online. I have 10 different income streams, and all of my income streams I can do from anywhere in the world. I no longer am tied to anything that has where I have to be anywhere physically ever. Like that part of my life, especially at this stage of my life, is completely in the past. I have intentionally built up different income streams that I can do from all over the world. And I teach y'all how to do the same thing. I have a guide. It's called the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist, and I list side hustles and income streams that anybody can start doing, no matter where you are in your life, no matter how much experience you have or you don't have. If you don't have a lot of money right now, if you don't have a lot of time right now, like I have options in there for everybody, which I did intentionally because I know that so many people are living the life where they are. Told y'all these bugs out here. I know a lot of people are living the life where they feel like they have to depend on one stream of income. They have to depend on a job for money. And yeah, I know just no. Hell no, we're not doing that no more. So yeah, if you want to learn how you can make money from anywhere and you want to start diversifying your income streams, then check out that cash flow come up checklist. Y'all left Bali so fast. I know. It's funny because I was just, what the fuck was that? That was like half cricket, half lizard. Jesus. It's funny because I was just saying earlier how like 4 weeks in a country goes by so much faster than you think. So imagine 5 days in a country. Yeah, it definitely goes by fast. Hello, the Mayo Life. Yeah, but y'all, if you're just now joining, welcome to Bali, Indonesia. This is the hotel that we're staying at, and this is the beautiful view out here. We in the jungle. Did y'all hear them bugs? Like we are really in the jungle out here. It's absolutely stunning. I am constantly, thank y'all for the hearts. Oh, we almost at 10K. Thank y'all. Honestly, this like, oh, I can't get over it. Like Bali beauty continues to absolutely take my breath away, y'all. Like it really does. Like it's just so gorgeous out here. Welcome y'all. For y'all who are just now joining, welcome to Bali, Indonesia. It is 9 a.m. Oh shit. Y'all, these bugs about to get on my nerve. I'm about to go in the house. It's 9 a.m. here in Bali. Let me know where you are in the world and what time it is. So it's 9 a.m. here in Bali. Let me know where you are in the world and what time it is. So my husband and I are living abroad and we're kind of moving around. So we were in Brazil. I'm in March, and now we are in Bali for a few days. Arizona, welcome West Coast. And then we're going to Thailand tomorrow. We're going to be there for a few weeks. So who the hell is trying to call me from Orlando and why? This why I be having my phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't like having my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hello, Kentucky. I don't like having my phone on Do Not Disturb whenever me and my husband are not together, because then like he'd be like, where you at? And I'd be like, I didn't even get the message. But yeah, normally I will just turn it around. I think I'm gonna get in this pool because I am hot. What is it? It cannot. My watch says it's only 83, but I swear y'all, it has to be hotter than that because Like, I feel so hot right now. Anyway, I am, oh, y'all, we at 9.5K likes. Can we get to 10K? Can we get to 10K before your girl jumps off, y'all? I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support y'all been giving me. I've been telling y'all that, like, I am still new to doing TikTok live, so I feel like I'm still learning. But I have really enjoyed I've really enjoyed just like getting to know y'all. Like, I've enjoyed answering y'all's questions. I've enjoyed talking to y'all. Like, y'all, your questions literally help me determine my content. Like, whenever I was in Vietnam, the one thing, thank y'all so much for the hearts, please keep them coming. The one thing that people asked me the most whenever I was in Vietnam was like, is it safe, is it safe, is it safe, is it dangerous, do you feel safe? So I literally made a video talking about if we felt safe in Vietnam. And y'all, I cannot believe it. Like, that shit got like 10,000 fucking views. I was like, what? So I literally, not just for the views, but like, I want to answer y'all travel questions. So drop your travel questions for me. What the hell? Because I'm going to be answering them in like the content on my page, but I'm also going to be answering them whenever I'm going live. So I'm always talking about I'm always talking about like budget travel. I'm always talking about ways that you can ball out on a budget abroad. I give like packing tips. I haven't shared any packing tips in a while. Part of it is because a lot of those videos I made whenever I was still in the States, I need to go repost them because yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not been in a place to where I've been really, but y'all, this is how I'm recording content these days. I'm literally just like walking around outside versus, and this is the thing, right? Like, when you're like at home, I had like a nice little home office set up, had my little like 2 screens, and hey, 10K likes, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. So it was a little different. It was a little different there. But yeah, I share like packing tips as well. I talk about like passive income streams, how to diversify your income so you can travel. Because so many people ask me, how do we travel so much? Like, what are we doing for work? And I always tell y'all like how I have multiple streams of income and I make money online. I show you how to do that in my cash flow come up checklist guide. That's in my bio if you want to check that out, as well as my budget travel masterclass that shows you how to ball out on a budget whenever you travel. So y'all, check out the resources in my bio. Like, I created them for y'all, like based on the questions that y'all asked me, because this is my 23rd country and I really want to prove to y'all that there is something that I'm doing that y'all cannot do. So yeah, thank y'all again for all the love. I appreciate it. I'm about to hop off because it's hot. I think I'm about to go get in the pool. Yeah, I'm about to go get in the pool because this pool is looking too good for me to not be in it. And I feel like I need a break from these bugs. Bali is beautiful, but like, what did I say earlier? I could live in Bali. I said that. I did say that. But I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm from North Carolina. Like, we got bugs too. Like, mosquito, like, we got them. But, god damn. Out here, it's a little different. It's a little different. But y'all can keep the travel questions coming. Like, even if I'm not on live, slide on my DMs. Ask me questions. Like, drop comments on my videos. Like I said, I'm here to be a resource for y'all. And I'll be live again. This ain't over. I actually think I'm going to monkey forest later. So we did one monkey forest the other day, y'all. It was so dope, just walking around chilling with monkeys. I think we're gonna go to another one today after we get our $14 massage, because I'm telling y'all, you can ball out on a budget abroad. Don't believe me, get the masterclass. But anyway, yeah, so stay tuned. Rhonda, you gonna hold me accountable. I am gonna be getting these uploaded to YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot more manageable before I was going live this often. Now that I'm going live this often, it's like, ooh, hey Louie. You're joining just as I'm saying goodbye. But I am going to start repurposing these on YouTube. Y'all, with TikTok, sometimes like when I go to download these recordings, like sometimes it'll just be like, download failed. And I'm like, okay, fuck me, right? So I'm going to try. Come back to us. I will be back. Like I said, I'm going live later. I'm going to be in Monkey Forest. So if y'all still up and y'all want to hang out with me and some primates. Wait, I don't think they're primates. Never mind. I'm not even going to go down that road. Catch me later, y'all. But thank y'all for joining, and I will see y'all next time.